Hey, hey. So today I'm going to be talking with Kenny Ball Design about the design process. I'm going to invite them in now. We're going to jump into some things. If you got any questions, go ahead and please just put those in the chat. So here we go. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, here we
Hey,
are.
How's it?
Jeremy.
How are y'all?
Good. Hi, you.
Will it go that way? No, it didn't work that way.
All right, gotcha.
And Big Mama's
All
here
right.
too. I'm here
Hey,
too.
hey.
Here we are.
Kathleen, Chloe, and Erica. Good to see y'all.
Nice to see you too.
All right. So we're going to talk about the design process, right?
Yep.
So, all right. So someone's working with a blank slate. They just bought their home, they're planning to move in, or they want to do a redo. A lot of decisions be made. It can be kind of daunting. So tell me, like, how do they get started? What are some key things they should be on their mind, or some initial questions you might ask your clients to get started?
Hmm. Yeah, right. How do they get started with that? We generally go in and kind of see what the clients overall, how they're using their space, um, what kind of things that they might be bringing from their existing home is a big factor in what's going into the new house in terms of coloring. But Jeremy, there's a couple of things that we really focus on, and that's like new paint and what a difference new paint can make for a space. You would be surprised. Um, just recently, our team worked with a new client who bought a new home, and she was just in the other day and gave an absolute testimony as to how new painting the whole home really transformed
It was,
that house.
it was the most bang for her buck was the new paint
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
to make it fresh and your own.
yes, no, I can absolutely attest to that. I just got done a kitchen with a family. They're trying to sell their house with dark cabinets, paint the cabinets, and just transform the whole space completely. Um,
I think if I recall, we did that for you when you moved into your new house. You called me and said, "Oh my gosh, help me. We've got to get some decent paint colors in here. We can't stand it. It's so dreary."
well, you're all,
And
yeah,
even
and
if
you're
you
always my go-to person for paint, Kathleen,
don't, I know,
for
I know.
colors.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But
So,
fresh,
well,
keeping it fresh.
if we're looking at the design process in particular, do you think, like, let's just say you're going into a room, do you think picking the paint color, the wall color first or how do you start? What's like the first thing you would suggest to get started?
Go ahead.
Oh, I would say it depends. It could be a color or it could be something that's going in that room. Maybe the client has an existing rug or something else that we need to take into account before picking paint colors. But if we're starting with a clean slate, we like to pick fabrics first and then paint colors secondary.
Okay. So there's not one particular spot to start from. If you want a space to look a certain way, I mean, you can have different colors. Are you saying that? I mean, how do you like?
I think we kind of let our clients dictate, where the project starts. Like Chloe was just saying, maybe there's some existing furniture, rugs, something maybe that's heirloom from their family.
A jumping off point.
A jumping off point. We're really flexible in that. I don't know that there's a exact formula that we use. It can vary. Wouldn't you say, Big Mama?
We have to be flexible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
in terms of that color, the paint color or whatever, yeah, I think we're completely flexible on that.
Okay, and I know
really exciting part.
Right. So you mentioned Erica earlier or the other day about how people use the space and how that impacts your choices on, I guess, everything, right? Furniture, color. Can you give me a little bit of insight on that about how the space could impact what you're doing in a room?
Yeah,
or how people use the
there's
space?
a lot of families who may or may not use a formal dining room as an example. So maybe they don't, or they don't use a formal living room, but yet they are more casual family. So, I mean, those are things to take into consideration. Are they entertaining a lot of people in the family? How many people are normally there for dinner? It's all of those things are considered. Is this a young family with little kids, and we have to allow space for toys and such?
Right.
Life, real life.
Real life. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really important to consider how our customers live in their space. That's like the most important. Sure, we can make beautiful spaces that if you opened up a magazine, and it would give you that look, but we really want to work with our customers to create dynamic spaces that are livable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, for real quick, anybody that is joining in to the live chat now with Kenny Ball Design, if you want to submit a question in the comment section, they're happy to answer those.
So cool. That's so cool. Hey, Will. See you.
And Sophie.
Hey, Sophie. Look at our people showing up for us.
Oh, let me
Thanks,
see.
guys.
Yeah, it looks like you got a lot of people in here, not so many from me, but that's all right.
It's okay. Hey,
Yeah.
to anybody that's here for us, please follow Jeremy too, because he's an amazing, amazing realtor. So
Well,
yes,
I
follow-
appreciate that. I appreciate
Hey,
that.
Will.
Oh, he's more than a realtor. He's a very talented space planner, interior design visionary yourself, my friend.
Yay!
Well, you know what? You helped me with the decisions, though. That's why I'm talking to you. These decisions are tough to make. And one thing I wanted to ask you, and I know I've struggled with this when we're working together in the past, is, how do you value or how important is each little decision if you're going for the overall look of something? Okay, so like, Kathleen and Chloe, we've done stuff where we're trying to go for a particular theme. And I know people aren't really doing that in their house, but yet they do have a specific style or something they, how they want the space to look. How important is like the specific lamp or the pillows? You know what I mean? Like sometimes going through this process can be daunting because there's so many decisions to make, but can you kind of give us some insight on how important every little one is?
I think sometimes we've been lucky in just stumbling upon something. There could be that lamp, or there could be that pillow. I think part of what we have to do is not only be good eyes and ears,
That's
but
it.
be good curators, and also calm clients down to say, hey, you don't have to get hung up on every little thing. Let's not get hung up on this particular table right now. We can deal with that. You're going to get more bang for your buck if you do really cool dining chairs around there. What's your budget on those dining chairs? See what we can find. Do we want to do them in a color? Do we want to find old ones and have them painted? That kind of thing.
That's why it's a benefit to go with the professional designers, because we sometimes can see the bigger picture,
Right.
where our customers might just be hung up, as you
Right.
said,
And we're
on
not-
that one little piece.
We're not emotional about those decisions.
That's
And I
true.
think
Right.
as people ourselves, when we're doing our own decorating,
Oh my gosh.
we'll ask each other, because you get emotional about your own decisions.
Yeah.
You switch hats.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. So what do you tell the person that's like, I don't know, I just want a really pretty space. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? How does that first step get started?
We like to ask for visuals, like, a pretty space.
What does that mean to you?
Yes. What does that mean to you? And also, like, if it's let's say a living room, like, or do you watch TV in this living room, or is this a place where it's quiet and you read? Like, how do you use the space?
Yeah.
Is pretty to you a lot of
Frills.
accessorizing, or
Yeah.
is it very, very quiet and zen?
Okay, so you would gonna dig further some way, questions,
Yeah.
or ask them to show you other pictures of what
Yeah.
their tastes, because everybody has some kind of a taste, whether
Right.
Yeah.
And-
Because what's pretty to us may not be pretty. It can be. It's interpretation.
Are you ugly?
Yeah.
Right.
We have this funny thing we say amongst ourselves if we're looking at something, and we'll go, "Oh, I don't know. Are you ugly? Is that good?"
Is this ugly?
Yeah.
Is this ugly? Or is this? Sometimes you got to talk to the fabric.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And that's
and you all have a wonderful workroom there with tons of options and selections to go through. So I know that.
Tons of you're right. Tons of options and tons of price points.
Yeah.
We like to be cognizant, as you know, of everybody's budget. There's a lot of great design available and everything available that can be done and doesn't have to blow the bank. But
Yeah.
a lot of our guidance helps our clients not make bigger mistakes. We've had people come to us, down and say, "Oh God, I shouldn't have bought this carpet," or I spent way too much on this piece. And, we'll say, "That's okay. Let's see what we can do to
Again, going back to
Mhm.
working with a designer who can see the overall, see the big picture for the customer.
Mhm.
And I also think we're really good at doing the splurge and the steal.
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
right.
Just
Or
like
the high and the low.
Yes,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where to spend your money and where to save the money.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I know the projects we've done. We've always, Kathleen and Cleve always maybe sometimes pushed us into a splurge item because we were very budget conscious, but it can really help to shape the room, right?
Oh, definitely. And it's like anything. Is there anything in there for me?
Yes,
There
my
are
mom's
those.
we're
Are you all in the
to
workroom now?
Yeah, we're here now. We need some
Oh.
Stinson Vineyard wine.
Yeah, we're in our wallpaper section.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Give us a spin around.
Yeah, cool, girl.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
spin it around.
Yeah, so all this wall behind Erica, Kathleen, and me is all wallpaper books, and we have, and we also have loose wallpaper samples and other books that are hidden.
Carpet samples.
I wanted to ask you, Jeremy, if a lot of the houses you were getting in, do they have a lot of wallpaper?
I personally, the ones I've been in, I don't see a lot, or if I see it, it's peeling off and it needs to be it needs to be replaced. But I do no. You guys have really opened my eyes to wallpaper. I love wallpaper. I think it's coming back, right?
Yeah, a
It's-
huge,
Yeah.
huge. We're installing a dining room with this today.
Right.
It's
Just some wild
Nice.
new print.
yeah,
Really, wallpaper is a great way to come into a space that may not be exciting or have a lot of architectural details in itself, but you go in and you
Right.
put really amazing color. Doesn't always have to be a strong print. We could do a strong print or not, and it can really transform a space in a fun way. It's really, they're not like grandma's old wallpapers.
Mhm.
You know, they're really fun anymore.
Right,
And-
right.
then this one was a loud one that we just showed you, but yeah,
That's a customer
We
who
do a lot
really
of
likes
grass
to.
cloths.
we do a lot of quiet grass cloths, and
Yeah, we do that too.
adds dimension to the wall.
Yeah,
to
I was
this-
looking at your website. You have a bathroom. I can't remember. It's a small bathroom. It's got some like burgundy, maroon, awesome looking wallpaper print. Does that strike a?
Is it the
memory
red
with you?
zebra?
Yes. Yes.
That's a tried and true Scalamandre.
See that is phenomenal. No, so I don't think I see that kind of stuff at other design firms, or at least what I've come across. So tell me, like, just, and maybe this is the last thing we go over, but what makes your design stand out or be different, of course, from other designers?
Because we're not cookie cutter.
We don't have a look.
We don't have a
Yeah.
look.
Well, and what does that mean? What does that mean to not be cookie cutter?
There's
How
some,
do you like
go
get
ahead.
away from that? How do you get away from that?
There are some designers that like to only work in neutrals.
Yeah.
You know, there are some designers that only want to work with bright color.
Traditionals, modern.
We pride ourselves in, that would be boring. In other words, if we had to come to work and we just, that's what, but to each his own. We like to make it very personal and
each
fresh
customer.
for each customer, and it also for us. That's why we're so, I think, enthusiastic every day. Because we never know what's going to happen. It's like opening a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Oh, good.
Good
So
one. Good one. So do you try to I'm not saying to push something on somebody, but you try to open their eyes to other options you think that would work for them, even though they might have said they want a room full of, white, tan, beige, whatever, like.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Well, I think it's our job as designers to, as Kathleen mentioned earlier, to really listen to our customer and see what it is that their end result is. But it's also our job to see, as we already talked about, the bigger picture and what's possible. What is really possible into creating a dynamic look that they never even thought was that they never even thought had that vision for
A
their room.
lot of times we'll let them, they'll come in here and we'll say, let's just play. Let's just, you look. And it's been very interesting to see what happens
What comes.
when Sally comes in initially and says, I want this. And then all of a sudden, a day or two later, her whole vision, or
There.
Sam's whole vision, whatever, has changed.
Yeah.
And so it's not, it's interesting to watch it happen sort of a little bit on its own, a little organic. We had one client that ended up loving wallpaper so much, she was even wallpapering closets.
Yes.
And we were like, okay, we don't mind this. This is phenomenal, but
We still need money for furniture.
yeah, So, it's fun to see that happen, actually.
So being
People
open-minded, of course.
themselves, they get into it in a different.
Push the boundaries just a little bit.
Well, yeah, and so it sounds like not jumping in or jumping in with an open mind. You might have some preconceived like ideas of what you like, but being willing to try it.
To take it that step further for our customers.
And make it all work together.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Well, wonderful talking to you, and as always, I enjoyed it. I would love to do it again if you guys are up for it. We can do maybe we can go over some trends, or we can, once in a while we can get together. And,
Yeah. Would love to, Jeremy.
All right, well, great. I'm going to save the video. I'll share it with everybody, and I will get your contact information from my side at least out there so people can get in touch with you.
Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thank you,
All right.
Jeremy.
Enjoy it.
Bye.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye.